今日もお付き合いいただきありがとうございます。今日の主なニュースを英語でお送りします。
柏たなかHospital apologized after a former nurse was arrested for allegedly murdering a patient. The nurse is accused of mixing human feces into an IV drip, causing the patient's death from sepsis. The hospital director expressed deep regret. The 51-year-old suspect denies the charge. Police found feces in the IV tube, leading to her arrest.
Nichirei, a major food company, announced a possible personal data leak and product shortages following a cyber attack. Chief Cabinet Secretary Kihara urged companies to strengthen cybersecurity, emphasizing regular system backups and updates. He stated the government will promote appropriate cybersecurity measures and prepare for the new personal information protection laws enforcement.
Credit cards were temporarily unusable nationwide this morning due to a global brand network failure. This system issue, which occurred from around 8 a.m. to noon, affected major card companies and various services. Debit cards and mobile payments like Mobile Suica also experienced difficulties. Card payments at stores were impacted. The system has since been restored.
Susumu Tonagawa, the first Japanese recipient of the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, passed away on July 11th at age 86. A professor at MIT, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1987 for his groundbreaking work. He elucidated the mechanism by which antibodies, a crucial part of our immune system, are formed in the body.
A cross-party working group has generally agreed to introduce a new benefit-linked tax credit system in fiscal year 2029. This new system aims to provide detailed benefits that are linked to income. The agreement was reached during a working-level meeting of the National Conference. This marks a significant step towards reforming tax and benefit policies.
Intense heat is expected across Japan today. From Hokkaido to Kyushu, people are urged to take strict precautions against heat stroke. Simultaneously, humid air may bring localized heavy rainfall to regions like Kanto Koshin. This raises concerns about potential flooding in low-lying areas and sudden increases in river levels. Please stay safe and follow weather advisories.
Large wildfires in Canada are causing extensive smoke, leading to dangerous air pollution across the U.S. Over 100 million people in the Midwest and Northeast are affected. Air quality alerts were issued for cities like New York and Chicago due to high levels of fine particulate matter. The smoke, containing harmful PM 2.5, is expected to persist through July 17th.
President Trump's statements regarding Iran have been inconsistent. His demand for fees to pass through the Strait of Hormuz was retracted after Gulf countries disagreed. This erratic communication has impacted global trust and oil prices. Trump, who earlier called Iran's leadership rational, later insulted them and threatened infrastructure attacks, also downplaying a previous agreement.
Daihatsu Motor has issued a recall for over 290,000 light trucks, covering 3 models including the Hijet truck. The recall is due to a defect in a battery component. In the worst-case scenario, this malfunction could prevent the engine from starting. The company has submitted the recall notification to the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism.
次は社会のニュースです。
Intense heat is affecting Japan today, July 16th. Tenryu, Shizuoka recorded 37 degrees Celsius this morning. Central Tokyo had its third consecutive midsummer day and may reach an intense heat day. The upcoming 3-day weekend also forecasts extreme temperatures. heat stroke alerts are issued nationwide, urging strict precautions against heat-related illnesses.
Susumu Tonegawa, the first Japanese recipient of the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, passed away on July 11th at age 86. A professor at MIT, he received the 1987 Nobel for his groundbreaking work explaining the mechanism of antibody formation which protects the body's immune system.
Kashiwa Tanaka Hospital in Chiba apologized after a former nurse was arrested for allegedly mixing feces into a patient's IV drip, causing death. The director expressed deep regret. Police found human feces in the tube, believing it led to the 75-year-old patient's death. The accused nurse denies the allegation.
The Kudokai, a designated crime syndicate in Kitakyushu, has announced a change in its representative. This was officially gazetted on July 16th. Police confirmed that the influence of Satoru Nomura, who led the organization for 26 years and faces murder charges, has now diminished.
An 11th name has been added to the memorial at Tsukui Yamayuri-en, where 19 residents were killed in 2016. Initially, victims were anonymous due to family wishes, but more names have been added over time. Families hope people not forget the 19 lives lost and reflect on a supportive society.
In Nishi, Tokyo City, a 59-year-old man was arrested for allegedly hitting and killing an 8-year-old boy, Riku Takashima. The third grader was crossing a crosswalk when he was struck by a cargo truck on the morning of July 15th. The suspect, Takatoshi Tabuki, has admitted to the charges.
The results of Japan's National Academic Achievement Test are out. They show that elementary and junior high school students continue to struggle with questions requiring thinking and expression skills. The Ministry of Education plans to conduct a detailed analysis. This highlights an ongoing challenge in developing these critical abilities among young learners.
Nichirei's system failure caused by a cyber attack is broadly impacting food supplies. This affects fast food chains, supermarkets, and school lunches, leading to product shortages and delivery delays. Food maker Imuraya has halted deliveries of frozen items like Azuki bars. Nichirei plans to resume shipments from July 17th after security measures.
In Isesaki, Gunma, Toshiori Inoue, 42, was arrested for allegedly strangling his 6-year-old daughter. His 3-year-old son was also found dead. Inoue admitted to killing them, citing pessimism about his health and family's future. He had been on leave from work since January due to health and financial worries, indicating severe distress.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
The Nikkei stock average temporarily fell by over 2,000 yen today. Selling orders surged right after the Tokyo market opened, especially for AI and semiconductor-related stocks. This profit-taking was influenced by a decline in semiconductor shares in the New York market yesterday. Investors are securing profits.
A bipartisan working group has largely agreed to implement a new benefit-linked tax credit system. This system, designed to provide detailed benefits tied to income, is planned for introduction in fiscal year 2029. This aims to offer more precise support based on earnings.
Nishirei's system disruption, caused by a cyber attack, is now affecting school lunches, with some items being substituted. Kentucky Fried Chicken also has more discontinued products. Food maker Imuraya has halted frozen food deliveries. Nishirei plans to gradually resume shipments from July 17th, but supply concerns remain.
A nationwide credit card system failure occurred today, July 16th. Major companies like Mitsubishi UFJ Nikos and Sumitomo Mitsui Card are affected, making cards unusable at some stores. Mobile Suica and Mobile Pasmo also experienced issues with purchases. Companies are now working to restore services.
JR West plans to raise train fares within 5 years, marking the first overall increase since its 1987 privatization. President Shuji Kurosaka stated this is crucial for sustainable operations. The company needs to invest 500 billion yen in vehicle renewals, and rising costs due to inflation necessitate the fare hike.
A government survey reveals over half of all households, 55.4%, report struggling financially. This hardship is especially high for single-mother households at 82.1% and families with children. The Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare suggests rising food and drink prices are a likely factor.
Top military officials from Japan, the U.S., and South Korea met on July 15th. They reaffirmed strong cooperation to address North Korea's nuclear and missile threats, as well as regional security challenges. The three nations also agreed to continue collaborating for North Korea's complete denuclearization.
An agreement has been reached to hold a committee vote on the retrial law today, July 16th. The Prime Minister is expected to be present. The bill is anticipated to pass, moving forward with its implementation. This marks a significant step for the proposed legislation.
The ruling party intends to pass the Imperial House Law Amendment Bill concerning the number of imperial family members by July 17th. However, related bills for the sub-capital concept are unlikely to pass by this deadline. Therefore, an extension of the current Diet session is now under consideration.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
Japanese infielder Rintaro Sasaki, 21, has decided to join the Miami Marlins. He was drafted 235th overall on July 12th. Sasaki had also been a top draft pick for Japan's SoftBank Hawks and considered staying in college. He will announce his decision officially at a press conference this weekend, pursuing his dream of playing in Major League Baseball.
Argentina has advanced to the World Cup final for the second time in a row. They defeated England 2-1 in the semifinals, with Lionel Messi providing 2 assists. England's hopes of reaching their first final in 60 years were not realized. Argentina will now compete for the championship.
Argentina's national team faces potential sanctions from FIFA. After their World Cup semi-final victory, players displayed a banner stating Las Malvinas son Argentinas. This message, referring to the Falkland Islands, is considered political and may violate FIFA regulations. The incident occurred during their celebration against England.
England's coach, Thomas Tuchel, defended his tactics after their 2-1 loss to Argentina in the World Cup semi-final. His defensive strategy, changing to a 5-back formation, was criticized for allowing Argentina to equalize and score the winning goal. Tuchel stated it's easy to judge decisions after the result.
The World Cup final will be Spain versus Argentina. Spain aims for its first title in 4 tournaments, while Argentina seeks a 3rd consecutive championship. A generational clash between Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal, separated by 20 years, is also a highlight. This highly anticipated final promises a thrilling contest.
A high school baseball game in Kanagawa Prefecture drew an unusual crowd of 10,000 spectators on a weekday morning. The fourth-round match between Yokohama and Tokai University Sagami saw fans lining up hours before opening. Yokohama won 8-1 in 8 innings. High school baseball officials had issued warnings about potential overcrowding.
Yokohama High School defeated Tokai University Sagami 8-1 in an 8-inning mercy rule game at the Kanagawa Prefectural Tournament. This highly anticipated fourth-round matchup between two powerhouse teams drew immense crowds, with lines for tickets extending over a kilometer. Yokohama's strong offense and pitching secured their victory.
Shohei Ohtani has received an MLB award for the 6th consecutive year. The recognition comes from a major U.S. sports network. This achievement highlights Ohtani's consistent excellence and impact in Major League Baseball, continuing his impressive streak of accolades.
Japan's men's national volleyball team has advanced to the final round of the Nations League. They secured their spot by defeating Italy in a full-set match in Osaka. This victory marks their 9th consecutive win, maintaining an undefeated record in the preliminary round and showcasing their strong performance.
続いて、国際ニュースです。
The U.S. military attacked Iran for the 5th consecutive day on July 15th. U.S. Central Command announced the strikes aimed to reduce Iran's military capabilities used against commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. had also announced a renewed maritime blockade a day earlier.
The U.S. military resumed its maritime blockade on Iranian ports, attacking a tanker that ignored warnings. Iran retaliated by attacking U.S. military bases in the Middle East. This exchange of strikes highlights escalating tensions between the nations and suggests continued conflict.
The U.S. military attacked Iran for a second time on July 15th. U.S. Central Command announced the strikes targeted missile and drone-related facilities. This rapid succession of attacks highlights ongoing tensions. The U.S. appears focused on disrupting Iran's military infrastructure.
The U.S. military explored military options against Cuba. CBS reported on July 15th. Initial plans in late June included a potential assault by thousands of troops. However, officials say a focus shift to Cuba is now unlikely, given the U.S. military's renewed attacks on Iran.
Over 100 wildfires in eastern Canada caused severe air pollution reaching the U.S. East Coast. On July 15th, Toronto's air quality was temporarily the world's worst, canceling outdoor events. New York City's mayor urged limiting outdoor activities due to harmful air. Free masks were distributed and a health advisory was issued.
U.S. Defense Secretary Hegseth announced on July 15th that U.S. soldiers will undergo annual testosterone level checks. He stated this aims for optimal performance, but the plan faces criticism from opposition Democrats. Soldiers 30 and older will be tested with optional replacement therapy for low levels.
Data center construction is a major social issue in the U.S., with public opinion strongly against it. Environmental concerns are key. Activist Erin Brockovich launched a data center map in May. A Gallup poll showed 71% of Americans oppose building data centers locally, reflecting widespread public opposition.
Ukrainian drone attacks have forced Russia to halt navigation in the Sea of Azov, blocking key waterways. A commander reported 116 Russian vessels attacked in 9 days, limiting Russia's global trade. This impacts both sanctioned oil and non-sanctioned exports like grain, causing a significant crisis.
China's anti-corruption crackdown is intensifying, with President Xi Jinping's aides being purged, On July 14th, Politburo member Ma Xingrui was expelled for disciplinary violations and bribery. He is the second Politburo member expelled, with another under investigation. All were considered close to Xi Jinping.
続いて、文化・芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Weekly Shonen Jump sold out quickly this week due to a one-piece trading card appendix. Many copies appeared on resale apps, suggesting hoarding. Despite 500,000 extra copies and low rarity, experts believe the perception that reselling trading cards is profitable, along with the magazine's low price, encouraged people to buy many copies for quick profit.
Model Karen Fuji, 30, announced her first pregnancy on Instagram on July 16th, her birthday. She is expecting her baby around winter. Fuji, who is married to Yu, the vocalist of the band I Don't Like Mondays, expressed her joy, stating that this new life gives her irreplaceable happiness.
The popular variety show Ariyoshi no Keibe announced on July 15th that its regular broadcast will end in September. After 6.5 years, it will return as special programs from October. Host Hiroiki Ariyoshi explained the change, surprising the show's comedians. The program, which began as irregular specials in 2015, has been a hit.
Satoshi Ono, who concluded his activities with Arashi on May 31st, opened his personal online salon, Satojima, on July 15th. He shared a dynamic new photo of himself jumping on a beach to mark the occasion. Ono intends for Satojima to be a place where he can share his daily life and hobbies with fans.
The 175th Akutagawa and Naoki Prizes were announced on July 15th in Tokyo. Chito Kosagawa, 36, won the Akutagawa Prize for her novel Zombie Kaishufu Kasumi Asakura. 65 received the Naoki Prize for her work Kengai. Both authors expressed their delight at the prestigious awards. The award ceremony will be held in late August.
UNESCO released a draft resolution on July 15th regarding the Sato Gold Mine World Heritage Site. It noted that explanations of its history across all mining periods are insufficient, despite some improvements. UNESCO urged the Japanese government to enhance on-site historical displays. This resolution will be reported to the World Heritage Committee meeting starting July 19th in Busan.
Actor Koji Yamamoto, 49, shared on a July 16th TV show his unusual story of meeting wife Maki Horikita. He revealed she repeatedly rejected his dating proposals over 6 years. Unexpectedly, when he finally gave up and proposed marriage, she considered it. Yamamoto speculated she found dating steps troublesome, but could imagine marriage.
Kiyoshi Hayashishita, known as Big Daddy, who announced his 8th marriage on June 24th, revealed on his blog on July 16th that he received divorce papers from his wife. Despite some disagreements, he stated he would not submit them. Hayashishita believes he won't find another cute wife like this and hopes she will forgive his decision.
Arashi's recent final tour used face recognition to combat ticket reselling. Fans registered photos verified at venues while effective. This system is costly. The Cultural Affairs Agency recently encouraged stricter anti-resale measures, including on-site ID verification and official resale sites. Arashi's organizers already launched an official resale site last year to prevent unauthorized resales.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。